What's up YouTubers, Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace your ignition control module on your gas fireplace. If you guys are new to my channel, please do me a favor, click the subscribe and notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to this one. Okay, so let's come on down here to the fireplace, and right here there's an access panel. We can lift that off. And there's another panel right here we gotta pull off. Okay, so this has an electric ignition, so we're going to want to make sure we cut the power from the circuit breaker. And we're going to make sure our switch is turned off. Go ahead and put some tape over this for extra safety. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to switch this to the off position. And if we find our gas valve, this red valve right here, we're going to want to make sure we turn that so it's 90 degrees to the pipe. There we go. See how that indicator's up and down perpendicular to the pipe? That means it's off. Now here on this fireplace, the ignition control module is right here on the front. And this was the source of the humming and buzzing noise. I'll go ahead and insert a shot of what it was doing. Now that loud noise was coming from here. How I pinpointed it is what I did is I got a stick, just a regular wooden dowel stick, and I put that all over the different parts, and then when I put it on here, and then I put my ear to the stick, I could really feel it coming up through the stick, and that's how I pinpointed that it was that. So before we start working on it, you're going to want to get one of these. This is an electrical pen tester, so it'll tell us if we have any voltage going through it. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description to one of these, as well as the other tools and supplies I'm using today for you guys. You always want to test it on a live circuit first to make sure that it's working. And we'll go through all the wiring to this. Any other wiring we have down here. So it looks like it's fastened to this little heat shield right here that's held in by a couple of these small little Phillips heads. You're gonna need a stubby little Phillips to get these out. Okay, I got those two little screws removed. Now I should be able to pull this up and out to gain access to that module. Well, here it is. It's held in by two Phillips head screws on each side. Actually held in by a screw with a little nut behind it. Alright, there we go. Okay, well it looks like we have a Robert Shaw SP735 ignition control, and I went ahead and looked this up, and they no longer make this part. You can sometimes find parts like this, the exact same ones. If you check on eBay, you can find used ones that people have taken out if you want to go that route, because that will just give you the same plug and play you can do for yours. Or you're going to have to get an updated version of the control module. I'm going to try and source it out and order that for the replacement, and we'll catch back up once I get that part. Okay, after some research, I was able to find the replacement part for this ignition control module. It is the Honeywell S8610U. This is the universal ignition module that is most commonly used in a lot of these fireplaces and heating units, furnaces. I will go ahead and put a link down in the description to this for you guys, as well as the other tools and supplies that we're going to be using today. But it has a good manual online, so it's got good directions for the wires, for switching the wires from an old control module to this universal one, as well as it has all the listings of the compatibility that it is with. I'll go ahead and link that down below as well for you guys too, so you can check that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set this aside, the old module. We're not going to disconnect any of the wiring. We're going to take our new control module, and right here on the top it says do not mount with this side down. So we're going to want to have this side up, the label side up, so all of our connectors right here will be on the bottom side. So we'll put it up to our heat plate, and we're going to need new mounting holes because it's not going to line up. Got a block of wood, see if I can't drill this inside. Okay, now see on the old control module, everything's labeled on the bottom, all the wire connections. It's the same thing on the new one. All these labels right here. So basically we're just gonna disconnect the one from the old one and reconnect it to the one that matches up. If it doesn't match up, the labels, you're gonna wanna check the manual. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward with the manual. It kind of gives you a guide to where each one goes. But just pull them with some needle nose pliers. If there's really stuck on there, give them a little spray of WD-40. That'll help loosen them up without damaging the connection or anything. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ground. Connect that. TR on our old one. That actually gets connected to the 24-volt ground connection on the new one. Our ignition wire on the old one gets connected to this spot right here that says spark. And the last one here is sense on the old one. That one gets connected to sense right here on the outside. Got this little jumper cable right here we need to pull off. Hopefully our wires are all long enough. Okay, now that's all connected. Tighten these down. I'm not really sure if that little jumper cable that we took off the sense needs to be cut off or just capped off. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap it off with some electrical tape at least. Maneuver this back in, and before we screw it back down, I may as well go ahead and test it. We'll go ahead and switch our fireplace on, push in, and then need to turn the gas valve on. Remember, you're just going to turn that till the valve is lined up with the pipe, parallel to the pipe. Okay, and I also need to make sure that my fresh air vent is open. That lets the air in so we don't burn up the oxygen out of the room. Alright, good, that's open now. Now go ahead and flip the breaker back on to the fireplace. I'm gonna do this real quick, flip it on and see if it works. We got ignition, but we don't have it lit yet. That's what that crackling noise is, it's trying to light. So that'll do that for, I think, 90 seconds is the default. Oh, I'm hearing gas opening up. There goes the gas opened up and the flame is burning. It's got liftoff. Go ahead and let it run for a minute or so. Alright, it seems to be running fine. Go ahead and shut it off. I can go ahead and put those pesky mounting screws back in, making sure you cut the power. And we gotta put that little metal cover back down. Basically, this is a safety plate, so you don't get your mitts in there without knowing what you're doing. Alright, awesome. It was a success, guys. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Check out my old ones too. They'd really help me out. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below, and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care.